All right, let's talk about crypto. At this point, you've probably heard about this. You might have heard about the word Bitcoin floating around, seeing the prices skyrocket to the extent that Elon Musk has now said that we should be able to, use Bitcoin in exchange for Teslas. It is probably something that a friend has told you, a friend is involved in, you are involved in, or you are low-key interested in knowing more about this subject. In this video, I will be explaining to you what Bitcoin is, how it works, what I am invested in, why am I interested in it, is it safe? It is probably the video that I would have wanted 10 years ago, a video that I am probably going to be sending out to anyone who asks me about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins, and all of those things. So without wasting so much on this introduction, I would just ask that you subscribe and like this video and turn on the bell notifications for any of the videos that are related to investing and finance in future. So let's just get diving into this stuff. So what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency can be understood from 4 points of angles. First, it is a currency. Second, it is decentralized. It is also based on a ledger, some sort of ledger, and it is secured by cryptography. When I talk about it as a form of currency, I mean it is a form of exchange. So when we take it back, we used in the old age, we used to have barter trade where someone would exchange beans for potatoes or potatoes for a cloth, and then we have seen the means of exchange begin to transform and evolve over time to the point where there was an exchange for metals like gold and silver and copper for goods. And then we exchanged that because it wasn't very easy to carry gold, all this kind of, if you needed to buy a shoe, you had to carry so much gold to the person who had shoes. But then if you needed to buy those shoes in bulk, it means you had to carry lots and lots of gold to go purchase this. And at this point, we transformed it into paper money. So when you speak about a currency or a means of exchange, it is basically something that is agreed upon by the majority. And since we gave value to paper money, we have given it the power to be a means of exchange. At this point, 100 US dollars is 100 US dollars to someone in America, to someone in Uganda, to someone in Indonesia. We have agreed that the dollar holds however much it holds. So $100 will be $100 here, tomorrow, and before. So at this point right now, we are evolving into a digital currency, which is the cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrencies come in different forms, but we'll get to that in another video. But basically right now, what we can say is that we can use cryptocurrencies as a means of exchange. It is something that has been here for a bit, 10 years, but it has taken several stages for people to be accepting of it. But right now it is very popular and more people are jumping on it and accepting it the most, which means we are developing a new form of currency. So when we say cryptocurrencies are based on a ledger, I will give you an example how I understand it in my head. Is that I take an example of a librarian. Like in a library, there's so many books, and every time someone goes to borrow a book, this transaction, in this case, is registered in a ledger book. And we know that so-and-so took this book, Neva took this book at this time, at on this date, and they took how many books. And we keep track of everybody who comes and borrows books from that library. At this point, we are seeing that there are so many people who come in and borrow books. In the same way, this is how cryptocurrencies work. We have a system whereby every transaction that is going on in the crypto world is registered on this ledger that everybody has access to. It is not controlled by one single person, which is quite different from the librarian example, whereby one person who is a librarian manages the ledger book where everybody borrows the books from. So when we go to the point of being decentralized, we see that it is not controlled by a single government. It is not controlled by a single entity. It is decentralized. The power of this currency, the strength of it, and how much there is of the currency is controlled by the general public. This means it is not controlled by the Bank of America, the federal government. It is not controlled by the Bank of Uganda or the World Bank. It is generally controlled by demand and supply of the entire world. And when we talk about the point of it being secured by cryptography, we mean that it is encrypted. Take an example of WhatsApp. A message I will send to Neva will never be known because it is encrypted. Nobody in the middle will know what I am sending to them but them. So it is encrypted on both ends, which is how we develop trust in the currency, and we also maintain the decentralization part of it. Move to the point of why am I investing in it? I am investing in cryptocurrencies because, first of all, it is fun, it is exciting, and it is, very cool currently to be on this movement. It is something that has a lot of potential, and it is quite fun to be involved in such an evolution. And honestly, that is what is exciting. Opening my app every day and seeing where are we at and the price charts. How are we up? Are we down? How much is my account going up? And having all of this hope. Low-key, there's an element of excitement attached to it. Second is, for me, it is a form of diversification. It is a diversification to my portfolio because as an investor, you have to be able to have different forms of assets, and you have to be well diversified such that you are not hit. If things go south, you're not hit all at once because your eggs are all in one basket. So if I have 10% of my investment in cryptocurrency and then the other in the stocks, the other in real estate and businesses, I will feel comfortable that I am well diversified in that area. The other point for me is gambling. I low-key want to participate in gambling. Don't tell me you never thought about winning the lottery, because that is what it is. And this is some form of accepted and legal gambling form. And I'm guilty. I'm guilty for that. I will continue to invest in cryptocurrencies because it low-key satisfies my, idea of being a gambler. How bad that feels like. So I just want to be a little bit of a bad girl in that sense. But getting back to serious stuff, it is a good investment. And when I look at it and I look at my investment plan, it makes sense to me. So I'm going to be investing in it, and I'm going to be going, serious on it over the next coming months and years because I see value in it. So what is my strategy when it comes to investing in cryptocurrencies? I am still going to go with dollar cost averaging. It is the best option for me when it comes to investing in anything, be it stocks, be it ETFs, be it right now cryptocurrencies. Dollar cost averaging is where you choose to invest consistently in any asset over a given period of time without trying to time the market. Excuse me. When we talk about how to get started, first of all, you will need to get a wallet where you will be storing your crypto, and you will also need to get an exchange where you will be doing the buying and selling of your cryptocurrencies. Remember to subscribe to this channel because I am going to be posting a little bit more about this topic and how to open up an account. So subscribe, and also You get $10 in Bitcoin when you open up an account with Coinbase, and I get $10 in Bitcoin. So use the link below. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.